Today I'm going to share with you a review on an amazing flashlight. Hey everybody, Chad Cruiser here with Health and Homestead. ThruNite contacted me and asked if I would be willing to check out their flashlight. So they sent this thing to me in the mail, and so I want to show you this flashlight that has two settings that to me are absolutely fantastic. One of them I've never heard of, and it is the unbelievable time frame that you can run this flashlight for. It has 4 different settings, and you have the main setting like you'd use if you were just going around your house or outside using it, a main setting that's going to run for a really long time. You also have the next setting, which is kind of mid-level lighting, which is really good. It's actually very, very powerful. But then you have like blow your eyes out, do not ever look at it, like looking like just a massive spotlight. I want to show you what it's like to use this flashlight as a spotlight. One of my fondest memories of childhood is going out to my grandparents' cottage on the river. It was in the middle of nowhere, and when dusk would come, we'd file into the car, and Grandpa had this large spotlight, and we'd plug it into the ashtray and we'd spotlight deer. And I want to show you how it is to spotlight deer with this tiny little flashlight. It took some time before we were able to actually see some deer, but right there you can see them. This gives you an idea. This tiny little flashlight totally lit it up so we were able to see the deer. So it is nighttime now. It is quite dark out, but you begin to get an idea of the brightness of this thing. This is probably 150 feet away here out of my property, and these trees, some of them are roughly 90 feet tall, and you can just see, I mean, it's fantastically bright. Most of the time you're not going to need it on that. It's just too bright for most situations. But if you're really doing some serious searching, this is something that you would love to use. But one of the things that I love even more than all of this is they call it the Firefly Mode. I am outside in the dark right now, and I want to show you something that is called the Firefly Mode. Now, the Firefly Mode is my favorite aspect of this light, and as you can see, it still has some light to it. Now, this is not something you're going to go spotlighting with or looking at something in the distance. This is something, it's called Firefly. Now, it's way brighter than a lightning bug or a firefly, but they're saying this is the lowest level. Out of the 4 levels, this is the lowest. And this is something that you could be reading a book, you could be in a tent, you could be looking around for the things that are in your backpack, or looking around the tent, or just hanging out with someone using this light. But it's also something that if you're on a clear path, this would work for a clear path. Now, if you're going through the bush, some hard, bushwhacking, this is not going to be something you'd want it brighter so you could get a good view of everything around you. But if you're on a clear path, no problem at all. And the great thing about this is this thing can go, according to the manufacturer, for up to 70 days. So you could turn it on, and I don't know why you would turn a flashlight on for 70 days, but the point is it has a massively long charge to it. And let's just say the manufacturer's off and it's like half that. It's 35 days. So this is something that you could be backpacking. And if you're using some of the lower levels of this light, you could go weeks and weeks and weeks on end using it just in the evening when you need it, or in the morning before the sun comes up. This is something that could also be incredibly handy really on any homestead or any house for that matter. But it also could be a great benefit for someone who's a kind of cabin kind of individual, maybe with a lower end solar system or something like that, meaning that you may not have, a $40,000 solar system. I have someone who's contacted me, told me about their $2,000 solar system that they live off of. And so, with something like that, you're not going to want to waste your charge. And so something like this is a product that you could use. You could hang it down, and maybe you could be reading at night, or you could use it in your house. When you get the flashlight, it comes with the holster. A few nice additions that I honestly think is a real great benefit, that when you plug it in, the little rubber covering there, they actually give you 2 free ones. So just in case in time you end up, breaking that or splitting that, or the rubber gets bad, you can simply replace it. Another thing is, so they have these gaskets that are helping to make it water resistant. You have a gasket toward the base where you put in the battery, and toward higher up toward the actual light bulb itself, there's another gasket. This thing comes with free additional gaskets, like I said, along with the lanyard. So these nice simple additions are something that I really appreciate. You can kind of see the different levels that they have there. When you hold it down, it kind of cycles through the 3 modes. But then if you want to get to the Firefly mode, you simply, if you turn it off, and you just hold it down when you turn it on. Instead of turning it right, just clicking it, you do that. And if you want to turn it off again, you just simply click it again. I got to admit, it's not cheap. I was sent this thing by ThruNite. They just contacted me and said, hey, would you do a review of this thing? And so I thought, well, sure, why not? I actually was recently looking and thinking about I wanted to get kind of a quality flashlight, and this really fits the bill. I'm going to be putting a link down below in the description. This will bring you right to it. Check it out. There's an affiliate link there. If you buy it through there, I get a tiny little cut from it. It costs you nothing extra through Amazon, but really I think this is a solid, fantastic light. The battery does come with it. It is also rechargeable, and everything comes with it. You have the USB charger, something you can either plug into like a phone charger. You could plug it into your computer. I did it on my computer. It is the ThruNite Catapult V6 SST70. It's quite the long name there, but check it out. You can check it out for yourself. God bless and have a fantastic day.